Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Friday. We made it. I hope you guys had an awesome week so far and are ready to put it in the rear view mirror because the weekend is, I guess almost officially here, depending on if you're at work tonight or not. I hope you guys had an awesome week so far and are ready for the weekend ahead. Quickly before we get started here, I just actually learned that doTERRA is having a free giveaway this month. They're having cool exclusive products that aren't normally on sale being given away for free this month. So definitely, if you're interested in exclusive products that aren't normally for resale and having a little bit of a leg up on your friends, definitely reach out to me. Drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Convention tickets have officially gone on sale. It is going to be they are doing the live version in person. It is going to be in Utah at the stadium where the Utah Jazz play. If you or somebody you know of is interested in attending convention in person, definitely reach out to me. We'll get you some travel arrangements set up and get you rocking and rolling. There's also a live stream version going on, and that's the one that I'm super excited about. It's going to be broadcasted over, I don't actually know, but they might do it over Facebook or something like that, maybe Zoom. But there's an option to add on a swag box. That's what I'm super excited about. That's also got exclusive, not for resale products in it, and I like that one. But convention is the yearly event. It's a great fun, awesome time. There's, everybody from the world comes around or comes together. Guest speakers. There's going to be, you're going to learn a lot more about the essential oils, some of the science behind the oils and why it works with our body chemistry. Like I said, exclusive products, new products coming out, free products that aren't normally for resale. So there's tons of cool stuff that goes along with it. I'm super excited. Tickets go up in price in July, so we want to lock in the lowest possible price. And I believe the difference is like $50 or something. So we want to lock in the lowest possible price for sure. So if you're interested, or you know of somebody who is interested in learning how to reduce the toxic load in your life, remove toxins from your overall lifestyle, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we will for sure get you rocking and rolling. I have launched a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course for download. Discover 5 little known secrets on how to lose weight. If you or somebody you know of is interested in dropping a few pounds before the summer months officially get started, definitely reach out to me. Drop me a comment, send me a message. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to get it out there. Definitely reach out to me. Now's the time to get in because I'm super excited about it. All right, so give me 1 second here. See if I can't do this right quickly. All right, perfect. Hopefully that didn't ruin anything. But what I wanted to talk about today was, since we are at the weekend, right? I wanted to talk about how to lose weight while on the weekend. Or not really specifically how to lose weight, but how to not, completely derail your whole week's worth of efforts, because it can, right? We spend a lot of time and effort throughout the week making sure that we're eating properly, we're exercising, we're doing the daily disciplines that need to happen in order for us to maintain a healthy weight. And so on the weekend, we want to make sure that we're doing stuff that is in line with those values, right? As opposed to, just doing very well throughout the week, going hard, all that stuff, and then on the weekend really slacking off and not caring anymore. So that's why we want to make sure that we're constantly doing what we can in order to maintain our weight. And that's where I've got some tips that help me to sort of maintain a healthy weight, help with my weight loss goals, things that I do on the weekend that really help propel me towards a weight loss and wellness goals that I have for myself. And I wanted to come on here, give them to you. Hopefully hopefully they help you out, right? Hopefully you get some value out of them. So, all right. Here on how to use the weekend to rock out your weight loss goals. I love that title, right? Number 1, do not grocery shop hungry. whatever you do, do not grocery shop hungry. I promise you will leave with a lot of stuff that is not really in line with your values, in line with your wellness goals, your weight loss goals, right? And, you know, it's really one of those things where if you go to the grocery store hungry, everything looks good. And you're really, and not only that, but you're more often than not going to go to the not healthy food aisle, or what you're going to do is you're going to go down the aisle. That's also another thing, right? There's, you know, when you're actually grocery shopping, you want to do like the circuit. I don't know, there's a word for it, but it's basically not going down the aisles, because all you need for your wellness goals is on the outside of the not down the aisles. So when we go hungry, right, we tend to be persuaded by the aisles, you know, the chips and the crackers and the cookies and everything that looks really good, right, that we're not actually supposed to overindulge in, right? There's a difference between indulging and, you know, giving yourself a snack and having a little bit to yourself, versus, you know, overindulging and just overloading on all that stuff. Also, too, your grocery bill tends to get really out of hand when you don't go in with a specific game plan. When you go in really hungry, when you're not focusing too much on what you're buying, right? So when you go to the grocery store and you're super hungry, everything looks good, and you're not always you know, drawn towards the fruits and the vegetables, especially when you walk right in there, right? Like, if you picture the grocery store for a minute, you go in there and it's like really green right away, right? So you got what, your lettuce and your kale and your broccoli and your cabbage and your cucumbers and your celery, and you know what I mean? We're all green, right? It's all green, and you go in there and you're like, yeah, you know, this is all stuff that I know I should be having. It doesn't really look too enticing, right? And then right past that aisle is the bakery, right, where all the cakes and the breads are set up. So that's what we want to do, is we want to make sure that we're full, or at the very least not hungry going to the grocery store. Because when we go into the grocery store full, right, we don't tend to you know, overindulge in stuff, and we tend to go in with a different mindset. When you're hungry, right, I love the Snickers commercial, you know, you're not you when you're hungry. And it's very true, right? You're not you when you're hungry. When you're hungry, you're not thinking about anything else, or at least for me, right? I don't know, maybe I'm an anomaly, but when I'm hungry, I'm thinking about how to get my next meal. I'm not really thinking too much outside of that. I'm hungry, I need food, and, you know, I want it now. That's my thought process behind it. Number 2, meal prep. When you're done your grocery shop that you were full from, and you went and you did your healthy grocery shop, and you got foods that are going to progress you towards your weight loss goals, and you got everything settled and ready to go, now it's time for the meal prep. Meal prep is probably one of the major you know, causes of me losing weight and being able to maintain a healthy weight, and, you know, being able to you know, go for healthy choices versus just grabbing something on the go. Because, you know, we do, right, at the very base of it, we are very busy on the go people. We have very busy lifestyles that require a lot of time, effort, energy, you know, all that stuff to put forth towards making sure that it's the best possible life that we can have, right? It doesn't always lead time. And then let me backtrack a little bit to that. So we already live very busy lives, right? I mean, for me, I'll just give you my schedule, right? I work 10 hours every day. And then if we're sleeping for the recommended 8 hours, right, 7, 8 hours, that's about 18 hours in the day for me that is spent away from life, right? So that's where meal prep for me, so let's do the math here, right? I've got 18 hours committed out of 24. I don't know if you live somewhere else, but where I live, we only have 24 hours in the day. So out of the 24 hours, 18 are already consumed, right? And I can't do anything with that. So that leaves me 6 hours in the day. 6 hours across the day, right? To make food, to shower, to relax, to get myself ready for the next day, to maybe do some laundry, to whatever extracurricular activities have to happen, whatever non-negotiables happen on the day, right? So and that's it too. There's a few non-negotiables that we have to do every single day that, well, as it says, non-negotiable, right? So, meal prep, I promise you, take Saturday or Sunday and use it to make your meals for the rest of the week, or at the very least, a few days, 3 days if you can. Try for 4, try for 5, right? But if you can, do 3, and then that way it gives you a little bit of time throughout the week to try and figure it out. And then, Friday's kind of one of those things where it's like, Friday's like, whatever, Friday's Friday. We'll do, maybe we'll do takeout or something like that. But definitely meal prepping is going to help you, because that's it, right? If you have to find time every single day to make 3 meals, plus snacks, plus whatever other food you want to eat, on top of your already full schedule and not have time for anything else, right? That's where our weight loss and our wellness goals go out the window, because, a McDonald's drive-thru is so much easier than coming home, chopping up all the vegetables, cooking a meal, right? For us, we made a chicken the other day and it took about an hour and a half in the oven, right? So that's where we want to be making that chicken beforehand, right? And that's what we did. We made it the other day so that we can have it, just pick at it, right? Whenever we need to. Versus trying to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours every night trying to prep our food and cook our food and then eat it. Right? And then that's, an hour and a half to cook it. I would assume, on the low end, 20 minutes, 15 minutes to prep it, and then, again, 15, 20 minutes to eat it. You're talking, right, 2.5 hours. Who's got that kind of time, right? That's what I'm saying. Who's got that kind of time? That's why meal prepping for me was one of the biggest benefits that I could have ever been taught in my life, right? Take the time, and meal prepping doesn't have to be anything more than just cooking, 3, 4, 5 times the servings. For us, that's really what we do. We just, either we'll make the stir fry, right? We make, where we just throw all the vegetables and the rice and the chicken into a pan, and we just cook it up that way. We'll do a roast, right? A roast where you cook it for 4, 5, 6 hours on the one day, but then you have food for a year, it seems like. And I promise you, meal prepping will definitely, it will definitely take, it will make your life less overwhelmed. That's what it will be. Because, if you, right, adulting, if somebody told you that you got to find 3 meals to cook 3 meals to eat every single day, and cook them, and buy all that food, and prep it, that's it, right? I'm done adulting. I will go back to being a child whenever I can. But meal prep, I promise you, take a few hours on Saturday or Sunday, and you will definitely, and you know what? Definitely come back to me if meal prepping didn't give you any time throughout the week and it actually made your life more hectic. Definitely come back and tell me how meal prepping didn't work for you at all, and I would love to hear that story behind that. Side note, water. If you're trying to do any sort of weight loss or wellness goals, you're definitely going to want to up your water intake. Roughly half your body weight in ounces per day. Number 3, get some movement. Haha, I like this one. And really because, I go back to us being very busy people, right? For me, right, the 18 hours out of 24 hours in the day, if I've got to go and find, the health organization of keeping people alive tells you that, it's recommended that an hour every day for movement, exercise, stuff like that. Let's get real here, right? If I've got to find an hour every single day to carve out to do an exercise, to get some movement. And then even at the very base of it, right? You gotta, if you want to exercise, oh, okay, well now I gotta get a gym membership and I gotta get the shorts and I gotta get one of those bands because I sweat. Then I gotta get the watch for my heart monitor. Then I gotta get me a bottle, right? Gotta have my water. Andrew said I need to have water. And then, you know, I need to have some sort of, you know, and you can see how the list can go, and it can be very overwhelming in just trying to get a little bit of movement in there, right? That's why, that's right there why we should try and do it a little bit on the weekend, right? Get a little bit of movement because, right, just follow me for a quick minute here, right? If we, this is really worse if we're at a desk job than if you stand up and you're standing all day. But I will take it as if you're at a desk job, right? Because it's even worse. And, you know, it's not as bad if you move around at your job all day, but follow me for a quick minute here, right? So when we sleep, we are laying down, right? More often than not. When we eat, we sit at the table, right? Maybe we eat breakfast, maybe we don't, but if we do, we're sitting at the table. Then we drive to work sitting in our car. More often than not, right? And then if you're at the desk job, right, this is where 8 hours out of the day you're sitting. So, you know, we're doing a whole lot of sitting and it's not even, and you haven't even, and you're basically done your day, right? Then after work, we are sitting in our car coming home, driving home, right? Then, when we get home, we sit at the dinner table to eat dinner. We sit on the couch to watch TV. And then when we're all done, we go back to bed where we lay down. Right? So, we are laying or sitting for most of our day. And our bodies are not meant to be, sedentary all the time. Our bodies are not designed to not move at all, right? As much as we're not designed to move all the time, right? Go. We're not designed to stop and just sit down and you know, be nothing all day, every day. So that's where on the weekend we have to make that conscious effort, right? Because I get it, right? We live very busy on-the-go lifestyles, and through the week, it's not always possible unless you make a very conscious effort in order to do things a little bit differently. But on the weekend is where we can kind of cheat a little bit and we can, you know, take that extra time to do some movement. Maybe we do go to the gym, or we take a walk around the block. Maybe we go through the forest down the street. You know, maybe because now the weather's getting nicer, we go on the beach, right? So definitely somehow, some way, incorporate some movement into your weekend, because that will allow your body as sort of like a reset button, right? We spend all week sitting and laying. On the weekend, right, we get that movement, we loosen up our body, right? We make our muscles move and do stuff that they're not normally supposed to. I mean, you know, you might wake up the next morning not in the best of shape, but your body will thank you in the long run, because this is something that this is not something that we do one weekend and then never again, right? We do it every weekend as much as we can, because we do live very busy lifestyles, and throughout the week maybe we don't have that much time, but on the weekend is definitely a chance where we can make up for it. I'm not talking about specifically make up for all of it at once and you go 10 hours at the gym on a Saturday. That's not good, not at all. That is worse for you than not doing anything, because your body is not designed to do that much hardcore workouts for that long extended period of time, right? So do what you can to get some movement on the weekend, and your body will definitely thank you for it in the long run. Number 4, enjoy family dinner night. So wait, time out. We are here talking about ways to use the weekend to rock out your weight loss goals. Number 1, don't grocery shop hungry. Number 2, meal prep. Number 3, get some movement. And number 4, enjoy family dinner night, right? Whether this be on Saturday or Sunday, whatever you guys do, or Friday night, whatever, just enjoy it, right? Really sit down, be present in the company, or with your company. You know, really embrace eating, right? The feeling of the food going into your body. You know, be really grateful for the food that you have, the fact that it was cooked, the fact that you have a table to sit at, the fact that you have a family to enjoy it with. And this is also a real easy way to help your brain, or help your brain realize that you're going to get fuller faster. So when we eat, and we just scarf our face down, right? And we're trying to get as much food in our bodies as possible because we're afraid that somebody's going to come and steal us, or we're never going to eat again in our entire lives. What happens is we end up getting really full, and before our body is able to process what's going on. And that way, our brain doesn't have a chance to react with the food that's going into it. And so, by the time you realize that you're super full, now you're bloated, right? You're probably a little bit gassy. You are not really feeling very well. You need a nap. You're loosening the button from your pants. You are definitely taking into consideration some sort of cleanse and detox, right? And that's where I like the mindful eating, right? The mindful eating will allow your body to realize what's happening, and you will actually get fuller faster. So you will, as a byproduct of that, you will actually consume less food, and then be able to, rock out your weight loss goals, be able to stay on track with your weight loss and your wellness goals, because you're not overeating on the weekend. You're not stuffing your face to the point where your body doesn't realize what's happening until it's too late and you're super full and you've eaten, 3 days worth of food in one sitting. So definitely definitely try it, right? Try to just enjoy the dinner time, embrace the moment. Really just, there was a word that I'm looking for that I can't really find right now. But this is, and you know what? It's also a great way to just enjoy your family time, right? If we do live very busy lifestyles, and we can't always enjoy every company all the time. Nor do we enjoy everybody's company all the time. But that's why we make a conscious effort, right? Not only is it going to help your weight loss and your wellness goals, but it's going to help your overall wellness, because you're going to have a happier relationship with your family and your loved ones, right? Number 5, try for an early bed. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, choose one, doesn't matter. This one is because, throughout the week, it can be all of the stuff that goes on in our lives. The one thing or I guess 2 things take a back seat: nutrition and sleep. Let's get real here. If we have to choose between staying up a little bit longer to get everything that we need to done versus getting the right amount of sleep that we need to, we're probably going to choose to stay up a little bit longer. If we have the choice of stopping at the McDonald's drive-thru on the way home, or coming home, cooking, prepping the food, then cooking the food, then eating the food, it can be very easy to stop for the fast food, right? So that's where nutrition and sleep, they take a backseat to the rest of our lives more often than not. That's why we've already talked about the nutrition. That's why we talk about the sleep now. Your body needs X amount of sleep on a daily basis in order to be able to perform at an optimal level. It needs it. There is a certain amount of time that your body needs to rest, restore, and recover all of your systems in order to be able to perform optimally the next day. When you don't give yourself enough sleep, what's the word? I don't want to say lack sleep, but when you, when you don't give yourself enough sleep, it's a problem over time, right? It's not like you're gonna not sleep enough this day and then make up for it all the next day, because that normally does happen, right? If you don't sleep a lot today, normally tonight or last night, then tonight you're probably gonna sleep a lot better, or at least a lot longer. But this is where that's the extremes, right? The extreme is I only slept for like 3 hours, so now I'm gonna sleep for like 10. That's the extremes, right? But if you're only doing like 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep on a daily basis, over the course of time, you are not allowing your body to restore and recover for 2 hours, or, we'll go it on the low end, an hour, 1 hour every day. Times 5 is 5 hours, right? That's almost a whole night's sleep. So you see, that's where if we're constantly depriving ourselves of food, that's the word I was looking for. If we're constantly depriving ourselves of sleep, then eventually our bodies are it's gonna come back in the form of disease, some sort of discomfort in your body, perhaps tension in your head. I know when I'm not sleeping, I get very much tension in my head. So that's where, right, try for an early bed, because we can't always sleep in. It doesn't always work that way because we have, a few non-negotiables, right, and stuff that needs to be done. But for the most part, we can go to bed earlier and do it that way, right? We're going to catch up on our sleep in a cheating way as opposed to sleeping in later. We just go to bed a little bit earlier, and that way we catch up on our sleep that way. My last tip more than anything is essential oils. Essential oil, what do I got here? Essential oil blend like Smart and Sassy. I love this one. I love this one. It's the metabolic blend from doTERRA, and it's got oils in there that are great for boosting the metabolism and helping your body to work in an optimal way that way. When our metabolism is really settled and it's not really working the way that it's supposed to, that's when our body starts to store fat. It stops really producing all of the stuff that it's supposed to. It stops, grabbing all the nutrients from the food that it needs to in order to perform better. So that's why we need to boost our metabolism any way possible. One of the best things that you can do is to eat 3 meals a day, and actually eat smaller meals more frequently. So maybe like 5 meals a day, and then using the Smart and Sassy to help boost that, right? It helps your body do its own thing, right? It just helps your body in that way. My last blend that I got here is Zengest, and Zengest is an interesting blend because it smells and tastes like black licorice, and for me, I do not do black licorice. That is the most disgusting taste in my life. But Zengest, the digestive blend from doTERRA, helps to promote a healthy digestive system, helps to promote healthy digestive function, and I promise you, when you've got that gut feeling and you're like, ugh, a drop of Zengest underneath the tongue. Underneath the tongue is great because it bypasses your digestive system and it goes right through right into your bloodstream, and that way it can help get all the processes of your body, right? So I love the way that Zengest helps to ease my digestive system. I don't care for the taste or the smell of black licorice, but I will always use Zengest because it works, right? So I get over it. That's all there is to it. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of the cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils just to get your hands on a little bit before you make a full commitment, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better weekend. And I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.